Hello everyone. Thought I'd try something new. Do a little casual dev stream of working on project stuff. This is just a casual hangout. And also give me a way of keeping focused on tasks because I keep getting distracted by other things. So, yeah, we're here hanging out. We can chat anything you like. By me to do chat. We'll be chatting about all sorts of stuff whilst mimicking it. This is something I was doing yesterday for the Omen system in the game. So in the Omen system in the game is when you die, you can hang around in the game afterwards and basically haunt the map and cause stuff to happen, unlock doors and like that. And I wanted to have some visual difference for the player, and so I was experimenting with different sort of like styles of like what should it look like being this like haunted figure type thing. And originally I started going around the route of doing something like when Frodo puts the ring on in Lord of the Rings and it all goes that like ghosty world type thing. I wanted to do something like that. Done a few experiments, nothing really liked it, so yeah, I was experimenting with different ways to do very interesting, cool lighting effects, and started going down this different route here. And so we're actually doing something where what I'm doing is I'm getting the normals of the world and applying it to like a green-blue filter to get this sort of cool, washed out, slick, pearlescent sort of look to everything, which is kind of neat. And I like the idea of the difference between the Omen and the normal play time is the distance is dark because it's in shadow, whereas in Omen's terms everything in distance is light. So yeah, I was experimenting lots of different things and all wibbly wobbly things. It was very distracting, but so far this is the one I'm liking thus far. You say you get this cool little pearlescent look to it, which is neat. So it's actually best to show this actually in the level. So go to maps. Map. So yeah, just gonna spend some time hanging around, chatting. I'm gonna try and do more streams like this, I think, just to get more. Well, I've got time to, that is obviously, because I'm usually in amongst everything else. Well, yeah. So, how's everyone doing? I've been watching lots of about the fallout of pirate software whole debacle going on. That's been an interesting thing to keep an eye on. And see what's going on there. Yeah, it's just it seems to be a lot of dumpster fires going on in the world lately, and that's just another one on top of it. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just fun to not fun. It's interesting to watch from afar. Everyone's sort of take on everything that's going on there. So yeah, it's been a weird time for especially game dev trying to stream their development work. I feel like it could be done better, so I'm gonna try it myself. Just wait for the shaders to compile in. So usually I'm developing the post process for the Omen thing on a dev map, but then I have to come in and check it, make sure it works on all the maps as I want it to. So what I'm just going to do here, just wait for the shaders to compile a bit more, and then we'll push play. I think I've got it. Did I get it assigned? I don't know if I actually did. I need to build a debug menu really to make my life a little bit easier, because it becomes problematic to keep having to go in and change things manually. So I may do that at some point for my own benefit. So I've got this crew-based class. One of the things that I've also decided to work on is the animation system, because the previously we had a load of problems with the animation system. So I've come up with a new way. We haven't implemented it yet. I've just been theorizing it, putting it into the game. But yeah, hold on. Let's go to the camera and just chuck it onto here. Oh dear, I can't stop yawning. Oh, I forgot to choose asset restaurant first. That one. I also need to do housekeeping on this project, keep it clean because it's a mess at the moment. Yeah. Just hanging out. If you're watching and you have any questions or anything you want to ask or talk about, anything you want topic wise, feel free to throw it into chat. Don't mind answering some questions whilst we do stuff. There's lots of downtime waiting for stuff to load and things. So yeah. So yeah, this is like the mimic view. This is what it would look like so far. So I've just applied it to the character one for now. So the UI would be a bit different for Omen's as well. The mimic view, the Omen view, sorry. So you still need to be able to see stuff. I wanted it to look otherworldly. Yeah. Let's see what it looks like in the other room. Let's go down here. So we're still getting the blown out effect from. It's not too bad. From the sun. Whee. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty happy with the look of that in that map. Let's take it out of there for now. You can always come back to and revisit that there. And I think I've applied it to the Omen character. Let's have a look. Characters, spectator, camera. No, I didn't. Okay. So I'm just gonna give it this one. PP Omen. Okay. And I also wanted to change FOV. Oh no, it's fine. Just so make it look a bit more otherworldly. Okay. Okay, so let me go into a development map to work on. I think I want to do. We'll do a new one. Keep it clean. Dev animation chooser. And I'm just going to put in some light so I can see what we're doing. Throw in a landscape so we're not falling through the sky. That'll do. Okay. So the new method for animation, because the problem we had with animation that we're trying to solve is that there are different circumstances that can lead to different effects. And the previous iteration was a bit just too rigid. It was too hard to say, do this or do that. When we have like probably 8 different combinations of things we could choose from, that becomes a bit long-winded and tricky to gauge. So our new method is going to center around the use of choosers. So choosers are a plugin that you can enable inside of Unreal. They're used actually in the motion matching stuff too. And it's a table basically where you can make it choose an asset based upon certain criteria. Okay, so that's what we're going to attempt to do today. Is make we'll try. We'll attempt to do it with that in mind. So the chooser's got to look at various things, and I've started putting it in there. I'll show you in a second. I don't know why it's taking so long. You got to look at pitch, yaw, distance, which direction they're facing in relation to the android. It's all about how the android catches players. So, for example, if they're running up the stairs, it should play a different animation. So I kind of like the idea of them sweeping their legs and knocking them down and doing something there. Likewise, if they're going down, you want to reach down and grab them. Or kick, maybe. It's something different. So each sort of positioning can have a variety of different animations. Not only would it be more visually interesting, it won't look as goofy having characters hovering in midair whilst the animation plays. Because then once you've got that stuff, we want to do the testing for. Oh, sorry. Hey, Olsen, just saw you have a dev world. It's possible to set. Yeah, I can show you the dev world in a second. I don't know why this landscape's taking so long to generate. It's nothing to it. I forgot what I was saying. Nope, go on what I was saying. So yeah, just make it more interesting to look at with different animations. Less goofy. Oh, it's going. Unreal trying to download stuff. Tend not to. Pause. Okay. Finally got some, kind of something. Yep, there you go. Just save all that. So yeah, while I'm developing, I'll make various dev maps for different things. So a lot of these are for animation-based purposes, but there are ones that I've done like test scoring on, for example. This won't work now because I've implemented it now. But I've made a little test UI to test like, okay, if you earn this many points during the game, and it would animate all the bars and you could see it. So I do a variety of different things like that. But I have a dev world, so rather than having all the interactive items in the map and exploring the map trying to find stuff and test it out, that's long-winded. So let me get the post-process stuff there. It's a lot easier if you just place all the interactive objects you need to use inside a dev world like this, so they're all bunched together. So if I want to test like the corpse stuff, I can test the corpses over here. I've got 3 corpses I can test. If I want to test egg stuff, I've got egg stuff, I've got door, I've got all the different mini games, I've got the different interactive elements, I've got walls to test line of sight stuff, I've got all those sort of elements in here. So basically every sort of element that's inside of the world, the map, is in here in some kind of fashion. And it's used to test different areas, different segments. If I was a bit more organized, I'd be a bit more organized and, with it all. But you can also see things with features that I was playing with but never actually got round to implementing or cut the features out. So, for example, this little particle effect, this was me experimenting with the idea of maybe using a fire extinguisher to freeze the android in place, and this would be the effect that happens when it broke out the ice. just an experiment. So there's little experiments like that over here too. We've also got like this would be a mini game eventually at some point. I don't know what, but some sort of generator. So I edited the material of this to change the used light, so these can be changed on the fly. But that's not in the game yet either. Whether we'll make it into the final game, I don't know. But you see, all the items are just laid out here. So if I want to test, like, oh, okay, can I pick up a plug and put it into a connector? Yes. You know, I can do all those sort of tests and things like that here. So anything to make my life a little bit easier. Essentially, that's what it is for this. Oh, so I've got a call. 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, okay. So this is what I do with my dev one. And if I'm usually testing out something really specific, like Android stuff, I have an Android map where I'm testing it in Android. You know, things like that. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm gonna go back into here. Okay. So I'll just put in the elements I just want to use for testing purposes. So I'm going to put in the Android and the character. So characters, we've got here crew and Android. Again, so disorganized. Apologies. Okay, I'm going to turn the snaps on. And basically, I'm also going to build out the different scenarios for different animation possibilities. So, stairs is going to be one. So what I'll do is level prototyping will do just fine. We'll put a ramp in here. This will be our pseudo stairs for now. Okay. And I'm going to take these and duplicate them. Okay, so like for example, like what should the animation do in this sort of state? Yeah, and I'll have different variations of this. So do another one. This one will be it'll be the same, but just swap the other characters around. Like that. Like that. Like, what should the animation be when they're like this, for example? Like, that's the problem we're trying to solve. The idea that if they're like this sort of disparity between them, the android would just kick him in the head. I thought that'd be quite funny to do. Move that a bit closer as well. There we go. Yeah, so we've got these methods, and we also want to do the inverted ones. So when the character's facing away from them, and there'll be other alternatives as well, such as like for example, we have a throw, but we don't want to throw the player character if the wall is in the way. Yeah, we want to do something different, and so the different circumstances for that. We originally had the idea that if there's a wall to the side of you, they would grab you and smash you against the wall and like that, you know. All those sort of things would go into play into considering what animation should get played. So we need to basically break down the problem into thus. We need to get data, interpret that data, generate a response. So the android, I think I started this the other day. We have so here I was getting the grab transform. So this was me getting the oh no, not that one. Get target data here. So here I was setting up grab data as a struct. So I've got target location, you're the target, pitch the target, target facing dot. So I've got these various elements here I'm taking on board to work out what it is I want it to actually do. Then to actually make the chooser, so it's a plugin you have to enable. And then go in here. Did I make it yet? No, I haven't. So once you've enabled it, pretty soon I've got it turned on. Advanced. Where is it? Might be miscellaneous. Yeah, there it is. Choose the table. So Android anim chooser. Like this. Hi, Jason. So so the way a chooser table works is you have the various different options you can choose from, and then the columns are the criteria for those items. So the output object type we want to give here is going to be an animation montage. We do it in montages. Oh. There we go. And object type is going to be a object result, not a class result. And context data here, we want to give it, so where is it going to get data from? So when we add columns here, it knows what it's going to read from. Because at the moment it doesn't have any bindings to this at all. So we need to give it a context. Okay. Just get rid of this thing. So class type here, class is going to be Android, BP Android, and direction is going to be read. Okay, don't want to write to it, I don't think so, just read. Yeah, so we're going to have, so you add a row, so you're going to choose an asset. In this case we're going to choose asset and like be a montage. So let's pick a montage here. So we've got this montage already. What's this one do? So this is a grab, and the animation should come in 3 parts as well. So there's a grab part where it grabs you, then like the starting thing, the hold, and then the execution. So throw, kill, whatever. So here it's all combined into one. So we'll use that one. So I'll put that in there. I could choose this one, and then I'll put in the different criteria this is going to be. So I'm going to add here a float range column, and so I want this to only be the case when the androids they're not letting me pick the struct. That's going to be annoying. Okay, right. Let's make my life a little bit easier then. what I'll do is, so the problem I'm having here is that it doesn't recognize struct as an option to choose from, because I'm binding it to a float, and like I can't pick structs here to break down. Oh wait, no, maybe if I haven't actually promoted this to variable, have I? Hang on, promote to variable. Let's do that. Yeah, there you go. Right, so we go into there, it'll see the struct, and we can pick one we want. So this is when they're in like right in front of us, almost directly at the same level as well. So this is when pitch to target here is going to be, and here I can give a range. So pitch to target is going to be, I don't know, negative 20, negative 10, and positive 10. Okay, and if the value of that is in between these two, it will pick this one. What you also want to do is give it a fallback. So when you go add row, you add an asset and you give this one a fallback. Or maybe that wasn't in this version. In the latest version, you can add a fallback option. So if none of these match, it'll pick this one, but it doesn't have any. That's fine. We'll do it in the blueprint code. Poop. Okay. Can I delete that? No. Come on. There you go. There's no right click menu. This is for 5.3, so there's a few things that are not in here. But in 5.6, there's a few more options in here. So good. Only for you, Metal Gear, yeah. Sorry, I just thought I'd do a chill daytime stream because otherwise I won't ever get anything done. So I thought I'd do this before I have any lunch and a bit of chill, hangout time, just chat, share what I'm doing. Yeah. So yeah, if it's in that range, it'll pick this. You can, and then you have more different things in here. So there'll be another float column in here. Oh, crashed. Oh. Experimental plugins. I was hoping I'd get it working, but hang on, let's restart it. For version bit 1 to scale, but when I run around doors and builds for time, I'm not sure what to scale. Yeah, use as Chakrid was saying, like use a mani. You typically as well when you're making a game, you like doorways especially, you tend to make them a little bit bigger than they would be in real life. But yeah, no, I just did a mani, drag it in, and that'd be my scale. Eventually, you get used to it. Yeah, that's all really to it. Oh, I've got my problem. My nose hairs, not nose hairs, my like moustache hairs, grow curled up, and they always tickle my nose, and it's so irritating. And I'll trim them, but they grow back so quick. It's so bloody annoying. So I'm always doing this. It just tickles the whole time. I need to get some beard balm in the office so I can just twirl the massage. How's it all going? Yeah, going okay. So I just thought I'd do a chill out live stream. Oh God's sake, no, so. Whilst yeah, to keep me focused on task. I'm gonna try and do these. I think it's quite cool just to hang out and just chat with people. Try and do more frequently, as well as the dedicated ones we do on a Wednesday, for example. Yeah, you want to scale everything in proportion, Johnny. No, Johnny, sorry, no. So yeah, scale it in all directions. Have you managed to fix the stuttering? I think so. I mean, I have to test it out with someone properly first. So I'll do it at some point this week. I think so. What I think the issue was something to do with like the camera being attached to the head and him. So what I've basically done is I've gone back to basics. So I've just returned everything back to as simple as possible, like the bare bones, the camera system for the head. And then slowly we'll add layers of complexity on to see where it goes. But hopefully that fixes the stuttering issue, because I don't know what the hell that was all about. Yeah. What version of Unreal is Mimic using? It 5.3 now. It was 5.1 for the longest time, but I updated it about a month ago to 5.3. Okay, let's jump back into the chooser. So it is experimental in this version. I think it's fine in the latest version, but in 5.3 it's experimental. So it crashed last time I wanted to add a column to this, another float column. Yeah, it's okay now. Who knows? Yeah, so that's looking at the pitch to target. I'm going to go to the grab data here and look at yaw to target. So they've got to be very close to me. Well, I'm not too worried about that, because I'll probably just motion warp them. I don't know. Also, target facing dot. I want them to be relatively coming towards the android at that point. So this will be, they're opposite directions, like coming towards each other like this. Then it would have to be like close to -1. So the range here will be -0.5 and -1. And that's when I'll pick this one. So actually, let me show you how you use these things. Let's go to that dev map first of all. Oops. Ah, I didn't save my setup. Oh, God's sake. Wait. I'll just do one for now. Let me just save this for now. Okay, so as you can see, the Android has basically the way this works, he has 3 spheres. So the back ones are like a little back hit. It will just do a back swipe to knock you back. So you can't sneak up on him. So this one is the one that's used to like, okay, this is when they should grab you. So when that gets overlapped, that's when it triggers that. So if I go to the overlap event, begin overlap front, we'll do several things. So first of all, it checks whether or not it can attack. This checks various things like its animation state, its if it can see the target clearly, is it on the version? Yeah, it's stuff like that, and it eventually just does other checks basically. And then it comes out into its branch, and then it does the attack. So at the moment, I made the front attack do the same as the rear attack for now, because of just making life a bit easier. But this is where we would handle this sort of grab attack. So sorry, I just took my socks off. We're going to go ahead and create a server grab attack. So I'm just going to chuck it over here somewhere out of the way, just in case it all goes tits up. Helps if you spell things correctly. There you go. Server grab attack replicated on server. So Do you like staying on the version of most of the dev? Like, any reason behind not going to the latest beside it being a pain? Yeah, just like as Sega is saying, stay for the stable stuff. So I was on 5.1 for the longest time because it worked fine and was a stable version. It still was. We could have kept it on 5.1. But 5.3 introduces a lot of graphical improvements to make things run a bit smoother. So I wanted to experiment to see if it worked. So once I put in the 5.3, which was a bit of a ball ache, but eventually great there, and done a lot of testing to see if it's had any issues. So far, nothing come up through the test, so we're sticking with it for now. But yeah. But usually, once you've started work on a version, try to stay with that version. Okay, so the chooser. So there is a node you can do called evaluate chooser. Put that in it, and you choose your chooser, and you can make it return the first result or all the results that match. In this case, we'll just get a first result. We could probably do all results and just randomize the result, because all it's going to do is going to give us this array, which we can just randomize. As you can see, it needs a context. That's the context we set in the chooser. So in here, that'd be self. And then we also want to do, I mean, I could also pass through the target we're trying to grab too. That might be quite useful to do. Yeah. Possibly. But for now, we'll just do this one. So random, this will give us a montage. We'll get the mesh. Play montage. Like that. Okay. So yeah, that should do the grab attack and choose that. So this being in front of this, that should trigger this to play the animation. So I'm gonna go into simulate. Oh, I just take not to do this thing. No, I can't see it doing its thing now. Let me change the game mode override here just to regular old game mode. Fine. Right, simulate. Not doing it. It's not trying to be. It's fine. Don't need that. Is it just not close enough to it? Okay, so it chose the rear attack again. Shouldn't do. So let me go back into here. Oh, did I not put it on the thing? I didn't put it on the thing, that's why. Would help if I actually put in the code that I actually just made. Okay, so that's not far in there, maybe. No, it's definitely clipping through it. We should definitely pick that up. Okay, so let's just go into the grab attack here and breakpoint this thing. Okay, so it's definitely getting. So it's not finding any results that match. Oh, it's probably because I haven't actually called the thing. So when I do the attack, I want to gather data. So I need to do the get target data. I'll make it not a pure one because I needed to set the value, so I'll make that keep the value there. The target is that one there. Still getting no result. So we're experimenting, we're seeing if this idea works. So it may not actually work. Let me just check the chooser. It's okay. There are no debug options in here at the moment, so I can't test it easily. Just do manual testing. So like, let me take this out for a second. This one. Do this one up on its own. Right. Okay. Yeah. See, it does the animation. Cool. Okay. So it does that just fine. So it's finding the animation correctly and throwing it the correct one. Okay, so let's put in. So why didn't it pick the your data as well? Put that back in. I'm going to see what value is actually coming out of this. We'll go into here and we'll print string the target data. Your no, was it your? No, it's dot, wasn't it? Yeah. -1. Yeah, that's what we had, wasn't it? That's in between that, so why is that coming out as false? Don't know. Oh, maybe this one has to be. It's maybe getting funny that this has to be the lower one. That one has to be the. Yeah, there you go. That was it. Okay, it's just getting funny about which order they have to be in. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so far, I think this is a good possible solution to our problem. Let me go back into here. I'm gonna make this root motioned. I don't know if this animation is root motion or not. That is root motioned. Yeah, doing it. I can't remember what this curve was doing. Also, the motion doesn't look correct. It's going too smoothly. Let's see what else I got in here. So I did get. I got several versions done. left. Yeah, it's not what we want. We don't want it to be doing that sort of root motion movement like that. I may need to edit the actual animations, I think. Because that is not root motion correctly. It should be sticking with the root a bit more. Well, let's test the theory out. If I was to make this a enabled, was it actually doing it here? I need to actually see the capsule, don't I? Capsule. Yes, it's not moving. The capsule should move, and that's what we want it to do. Why would that not process the root motion there? The only thing I can think of is that what I don't think I would have changed it is the animation blueprint. Root motion from everything. I haven't got force root lock on. Yeah, why is it doing that? I'll give it that string now. Dunno. Okay. A little sip of drink. I think I just need to go back and get some animations done. I need the theory works, isn't that the chosen animation is going to play both. The one thing I need to check though is on the rear attacks. We're doing this multicasting. We need to also multicast here too, and start attack cooldown. So we'll do that one. And the multicast that need to go on here. MC grab attack. I want the chooser to pick the thing, and the animation to actually happen on multicast. Everyone needs to say the same one, so this stops anything weird happening. So that goes across there, and then I need that to send across a montage. So inputs here, montage, grab attack, and there will be a second one to this as well, because we have to tell which one the victim's going to play as well. Not worry about that just for now. Oh, and start the attack cooldown. Okay, so that's the logic of that kind of done. I think that works out pretty fine. I just need to get animations really. So yeah, not too bad. The other thing I've been working on in here too, some UI stuff. So if I go to just improving and updating animations of the UI and overall feel of the UI. Just start the authentication tool. That's what I do. Yeah. So like we made a new window, like a generic window that is used and is configurable, so you can make it do like things like this, where it'll pop open and flash what things we want it to do. Close that, animate back. Settings menu, updated some of the visuals on here to sort of match, and also work with different scales as well. So if like this scales down, it'll do like that sort of thing. Which is what we want. And make this flip flop between. Changing things like the player fonts and things like and sizes to make it a bit more readable and on bigger screens helps a lot too. Menus, menu update, and home. Yeah. Just putting in things like this really, and making it a bit tidier. Yeah. Anyone else here getting the new Donkey Kong game this week? I'm stoked for it. I'm well looking forward to playing it. Lately, I've been enjoying going back and playing Final Fantasy VIII. I've been playing that back again on my Switch 2. I find having a Switch 2 also just it's given me a reason to go back and like, oh, actually, I could play some games on the move here. I don't have to be stuck at my desk. So I like, oh, okay, I can get some of the games I wanted to play, like the Final Fantasy VIII remake, remaster. I've been enjoying that quite a lot. It brings me back to memories of like playing with one of my earliest memories of playing Final Fantasy, or in general gaming really, is Final Fantasy VIII. Playing all of Disc 1 in like a single marathon all night long. I was very young at the time, so I was just staying up, and I think it broke my PS1. I think my PS1 got too hot, and because I just played it non-stop, the first disc. So yeah, that's my earliest memory of that. I remember playing Final Fantasy VIII after Final Fantasy 7, because I played Final Fantasy 7, but I couldn't get into it. I think I was just too young. I didn't really understand it, grasp it. But Final Fantasy 8, I started to grasp a lot better, and I think I played it one more first, and then went back to Final Fantasy 7 and played Final Fantasy 7. And then 9, and then 10, and so on. Although I haven't played the latest one, I haven't played 16. Some people say good things, some people say bad things. I don't know what to think of it. I'll probably get it eventually, like on a deal or maybe, but I'm no rush. I say we got Donkey Kong coming out this week, so stoked for that. I'm enjoying playing through Final Fantasy 8 again, and also I'll probably get hold of Final Fantasy 9 and play through that. But I'm gonna wait because I know this year's the anniversary of Final Fantasy 9, so hopefully they do like what I've done with Final Fantasy 8, do a little touch up on the graphics there, because it does help out a lot. How's it, bros? How you doing? Oh dear me. It's been a. Can you make a full rhythm game tutorial? Not right now, but I can put it on the list. I did play about with it one time. I done like a little Guitar Hero type thing for fun, just to see if I could do it. So maybe, yeah, at some point we'll do a rhythm game thing. But yeah. Yeah, if I knew get yeah, some games you appreciate more. I feel like I think with Final Fantasy 8, like all the Final Fantasies really, like the equipment systems and materia or junctioning, if 8, you appreciate the nuances in them, and you can see where you can like really manipulate them. That's what I enjoy doing those games. Like I like finding broken builds and just playing with broken builds. It's always fun to be broken, ain't it? Yeah. Oh yeah, so I've been watching lots of pirate software stuff going on. Funny. I don't know him personally, but I don't like the way he comes across. Very arrogant. Yeah. I don't like him too much. Since when did you start learning Unreal Engine? It was the summer of 2017 when I started doing Unreal Engine. Prior to that, I did Game Maker Studio, Unity, and general programming, like web-based stuff. Well, yeah, it's not a vibe. Everyone's jumping on a hate wagon. Yeah, I think everyone is. I never really liked the guy, like the way he came across. But it seems like everyone was enamored with stuff. I don't know why. It's very good at paint. Yeah. So I did a hell of a lot of Game Maker Studio back in the day. So like the game they're making, Heartbound and other things, is Game Maker Studio. So it's interesting to see their approach to some of the things. And some things are pretty poor, some things are okay. See, there's some little stuff I did, yeah, nuts. That is nuts. I mean, what was the latest thing? Hang on, let me get back up here. The latest thing from it was their was it Crafton basically all but not cancelled the was it Crafton that said that the team just basically abandoned the project, which I don't believe. I think that's a dumb thing to think. Yeah, you're a gamer. What's this? Lacks the freshness and volume expected of a sequel. Documents show that when the development of the tool was deemed to be versus expectations at this point in its development cycle. So there was a document that goes around saying the basic how disappointed they were and how it's appearing. So it currently lacks the freshness and volume expected of a sequel and falls short of meeting the high expectations of the OWSC and the Asian market. It also clearly states it expects a content volume increase of over 30% compared to version 1.0. So, but talking about how like they're not going to meet targets and that their early access content is going to be smaller. Yeah, so these sort of like review documents get done all the time, especially at different milestones, like quarterly maybe. Although I thought their trailer was not too bad, like considering like for like they're saying it doesn't have the freshness of it. I mean, it's a sequel from a survival game. The survival games are hard to do sequels of because they tend to be just that. They're just the same thing again. Grounded 2 is going to have the same problem. But with this one, it looks like they've updated it. Or was it including like multiplayer now? They brought multiplayer involved in it. You know, obviously graphically it looks nice. It's a shame because I really enjoyed the first one. It looks fine. I mean, I don't know what you'd expect from a sequel of this though, it would be very much the similar sort of thing. You know, just multiplayer, surely. Do you think you can learn UE5 14? Yeah, you can. So, like, learning Unreal Engine, it's just like learning anything else. Like, you just need perseverance and time and patience, and just keep using it, keep doing it. Like, you'll never know everything. It's impossible to know everything, but you'll learn enough to get by. That's for certain. I do private classes with people, and I've had several like. I've had a 14-year-old. I think I've had the youngest I've ever taught, like in a private session, is probably 10, maybe 11. So yeah, totally doable. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, just do it in, as someone says, in small chunks. Don't set out to make like, I want to make a GTA, or like, that's not going to happen. Just make little fun experiments. Don't worry about making a full game just yet. Just make things. Like, I think I would suggest you do is as a good tip is to do like little, almost like WarioWare mini games, or like Mario Party sort of mini game type things, where you've got to do a very simple task, and just see if you can make that. That's a great way to learn bits on the fly. Yeah, take it all out. Hey, Owen. We're just hanging out. Let's have I still got the thing open? Yeah, I do. So here's going to be the placeholder of dailies. The daily system, that's something I can work on as well. So the daily system, the way it's going to, the design around it is basically, these are going to be your like almost like hidden objectives for you, and they'll be really dumb things. It's not going to be like get 2 kills or whatever, nothing like that. It's going to be like find a lost teddy bear. It would be like little side, almost like side quests type objectives that would be here, and that's your dailies essentially. So yeah, that would be a thing we have to work on at some point. I need to update the UI for this screen as well. I ain't done that yet. No, we'll do that actually. Let's actually update the UI for this screen with the new stuff. So we'll go to the lobby map. Zebras, can you look? Yeah, if you want to post a link to it, we'll take a look. Okay, so menus. Did I make a lobby one? No. Lobby. Yeah, so these will stay the same. This stays the same. Player list is going to change slightly. Just bring it down here. So the border for this is going to be our one we've been making with in here. Okay, so using this, I'm going to set it back to white, and change that to box with margin of 0.5. That brings it into the corners like that. These little accents. But I'm going to change the image size here to 128 by 128. get a bit more obvious look to it. As for the actual content of it, the vertical box here, we can add more padding to it. Let's do padding 30, 40. Yeah, there we go. Are you going to be taking part in the Game Maker Toolkit Game Jam? Really want to see what you come up with? Unlikely, no. I just don't have time to do all of it. Yeah. Yeah, Diversion, a lot more people are using that nowadays. It's still a Git-based thing, but it's not using GitHub. Yeah, check out Diversion. The Twitch stream. Twitch. Where was that? It was in here, I think, wasn't it? Nope. Where did I put it? This is what I mean by bad organisation. I need to sort it out. I'll just search for it. Twitch. There it is. UI menus, okay. Yeah, so I made like a generic window template to follow. So if I go to window, I'm going to duplicate this window. I did make it customizable, so I can like easily configure it to do stuff, but Twitch one's going to have so many unique things on it. I'm just going to use this, and the reason why I'm using this is because they're all going to be the same and they all have this animation at the start, which makes it appear on the screen. So let's swap out the content of this Twitch widget with this Twitch widget. Okay. Right, so I need the text. Like here we're using a rich text box as well. If you want people to play check out your game and try your game and look at it, you have to just talk about it more and share it. That's all you got to do. The only way you can do it. If people don't know, like you often people like, oh, why is no one checking out my game? And you ask them, like, did you like share it on social media or anything? They're like, I sent out one tweet. And like, okay, well, you got to send a lot more than that. You know, paste. I want that to not stretch that across that. I want that to be. Let's wrap that with a scale box. But why is that doing that? Let's set that to. I'm going to change this from a hollow box here to a vertical box. So replace with vertical, and scale box here. So In here I've got headings as well, so I can do heading 1. Do that. And transform it to upper. And center align. So vocal box, content box here, we'll attach this top there. This one, why is that doing that? Don't know. I'm going to divide this by, so if you don't know what you can do in these little number boxes, if you can actually put in like some. So if you want to know, oh, I want to do like 60% of 512, I just do divide by, or multiply by rather, 0.6. I'll get that, and do the same for this one, multiplied by 0.6. So you can actually use these to actually put sums in this if you want. Yeah, so that way you save a bit of hassle. Scale box there. What? I don't know why that bit's giving me a big gap there. There's no padding on here. Oh, that's the line. That's separated at the bottom there. Why is this being weird? Oh, I've got it in the wrong bloody box, that's why. Dope. There we go. What happened to the design by committee? It's being edited right now. It's coming. We're editing the whole series before it comes out. So do one by, yeah, but we've done it all. Yeah, it's being edited right now. Copy that. Paste that. Channel name. Add some padding after this as well. On the bottom, we'll do 20. There we go. It's getting lost behind here. That's because this size box is taking up too much. I'm gonna bring this down a bit more. Well, we could do it as a horizontal. Hold on, wrap with a horizontal box. Down there. That's filled like that. And we need this to wrap. I don't want a scroll box anymore on this one. Replace with child. Auto wrap text. We don't have that there, so we're going to just chuck in a number. Let's do 500. 400. 350. Yeah. Padding on left. 20 there. Yeah. And then I'm going to add padding top and bottom of this. We'll add some padding here to this as well. Some padding. This. There we go. Now we do the 2 buttons. So I've also made like custom buttons for this as well. Not custom buttons, like generic buttons that can be used across the whole game. So in this one, we're going to animate the intro. Yep. Text is going to be well, be the same as this one. Oh. Connect and cancel. So we'll do it on as connect. And this one is cancel. And I'll check the animation. So this one's got that image on it, so I want to make that image also do this flickering thing. So this text content that is flickering, I've got this flickering animation on. I'm going to swap that to use the whole box that that's in. So that would be this horizontal box here. So I'm going to right click on that, replace the horizontal box. Yeah. Okay. And then on the graph of this, we've got all this stuff over here. We basically want all of this. Oh, we also got a switcher on here. What's a switcher? Oh, for disconnecting, I guess. Okay. Yeah, change that to this one. Twitch. I'll just change these around. I still get stuck sometimes too. No, like if nothing happens instantly. I always forget stuff. I have to go back to my own video sometimes. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this one, wrap with a switcher, put that in the switcher. And this one will have something slightly different connected to the Twitch. And then we're going to have this text in here. You are currently connected to Twitch. Yeah, that'd be nicer actually. Trying to make it consistent so they fill that up. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So connected to Twitch gives us this thing. The channel name we don't need anymore. Stop playing the donation. Well, there's a slight size difference now. Why is that? It's because I've set that to fill the available space. Right, that's the same. Border. Border. Center, center. Center, center. Skybox fill. Skybox fill. Oh, let's do that. That might be right. So the difference is that we've got this channel name thing pushing it up, but it's not too bad otherwise. Let's go down to the buttons that are in there. So this one would be disconnect. And so we cancel. Okay. Right, let's put it into the level here and make it open this up. Yeah, so this is what we were doing before, which we don't actually need. We need to create widget now and choose the Twitch. Like that. Put that in there. These aren't needed anymore. Anyway, opening of it though. On here, the cancel buttons are going to close it, so we need to do close window. So these are functions I made prior. The button we got here, the button for cancel. Let's see how it comes across. Okay, all fine except for that visibility of the main content. It was appearing here just fine. And channel name was there too, so why is that not working? Visibility, it's visible, okay, Twitch, window opacity, goes from 0 to 1. Don't know. I'll make that actually use the vertical box there. Let's just see if that pops up with that. Oh. That's interesting. Why is it doing that? Because if that's appearing, the buttons aren't appearing either. Why is that not happening? True. Animate opening. Play. Animation forward. Build buttons. We don't want to do that. We're forcing the buttons open. This one clearing them. No. If it is empty, oh, there you go. So if I've made button options empty, collapse. Okay, so Twitch button, we don't want that to happen. We take that off. We don't want that either. It's because I'm not using the content that I set up for this. I'm building a custom one. That's why. Yeah, there you go. Maybe type in my lady. Oh, I need to change the font of that as well. Connect, and away it goes. Right. Let's change the font of that. Font Orbitron 12. Yep. Change the color of that as well. We'll change that to black because we've got a white background. Let's see how that looks. Yep, that's better. And then it closes it. Sweet. So we want to do the same for the friends menu and all the other ones as well. Character select, blah blah blah. But Twitch one works. Neat. Okay. Oh, hit a button. There you go. Yeah, I wanted something just more animated. I'm still thinking of adding a bit more to it. Add a bit more movement to it, maybe. Like a scrolling thing, maybe. Also mess about with putting this onto a larger box and updating this UI to like this bar effect. Because before it was a texture. Now it's not a texture, it's actually like just calculated, which is a lot more efficient. It's just this. Yeah, it was like an actual texture that was scrolled and things. How does text input work for consoles? That inbuilt stuff. Yeah, you can open the platform keyboard. Don't know if it has it in here. Platform keyboard. I don't know if up here is it. Hang on. Yeah, there is a thing you can do to say bring up the thing. So if you're doing a mobile phone, it will do the same thing. Show keyboard should show beginner keyboard. I don't know what they call it now. Here, 1 second. Virtual keyboard. going to show it? Is it not a thing? Delete that. Oh, crap. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want that. Yeah, it's like a virtual keyboard. I'm trying to bring it up on the screen. Oh, right, okay. So, I haven't got the stuff installed for this version of Unreal, but not plugins. Project settings. But yeah, it'll have. It's just their virtual keyboard, whatever it's called. But there's a little tick box you have to enable. So, for example, like Android here, if I just search for virtual keyboard. So you turned on, but okay, we can't really see it. It should be like when you tap on it, it should bring it up. It should do, but it's turned on already. Windows doesn't have it, I don't think. No. Yeah, so the way they've got it working is that you just tap in there, it brings up the keyboard. Yeah, that's all it is. It's nothing special. Or you can make your own in-game one if you want. A lot more work. Yeah. Okay, so the thing I need to do is I need to check and get the animation sorted out. Iron, are you able to jump on Mimic's build on Steam? Do you think? Thought we can test the stuttering if it's still an issue. Okay, hold on. Let me just close this and bring up Steam. Yeah. Get some lunch in a minute. Oh, bloody Steam. Got to sign in. Hold on. It's gonna send me the code. I'm not going to go. Oh no, it's not. It's okay, cool. I'm just waiting for Steam to do its thing. Is updating Steam like the new version of like updating Java? Because like when I was growing up, Java would always get updates to install, and like you'd always get a Java update. Steam, I feel like, is the new version of that. You just constantly get updates for Steam. So, yeah. If you start the hosting of a matchmaking, and I'll join you in a second. I'm still waiting for Steam to load up, because then I can also see if the stuttering is still there or not. A lot easier. Yeah, Discord is also that. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to update my own game. Hang on. All these games I don't play. Oh dear. Good morning / evening. So not going to go for much too longer. So we're just going to test out if the fixes of Mimic worked, and then I'm going to go get some lunch. And I've got a meeting at 2. Oh, yeah, man. This game, Pipe Links, by the way, is a game that someone made after making a vertical slice for the game jam we hosted one year, and they actually finished it and made it an actual thing. So, check it out, Pipe Links. By the way, we have announced the game jam. There's a new game jam starting in August. Go to itch and James. Oh no, that's not one. James hosted. Yeah. Sign up. I literally just put it up there last night. So, yeah, not last night. Yesterday. During the day, click on that, and yeah, sign up. Am I doing the same time as Game Maker Toolkit? I bet I am, aren't I? Just by pure luck. Yeah, never mind. Right, Mimic. There we go. Right. By the way, we're going to be relaunching, restarting the podcast very soon, and the idea is hopefully have a new guest on each week, hopefully, to chat. Where we talk about updates in industry, what we've been working on, projects, things like that. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Okay, matchmaking. Joining session. Cool. Right. Yeah, start it off, mate, whenever you want, and we'll see. So the playlist is still not working, but that's fine. We'll deal with that. So, for those who don't know, we had stuttering issues before, like a replication, like of movement for the crew, not the Mimic, not anything else, just the crew. Clients would stutter with the camera, and I think it's because I had the camera attached to the body. After trying out various different methods, I think that was the issue. Because like movement like this works fine. It's when you walked. This. What is this? I'm still getting it. So it's not lag, because this is fine. And it works fine for everyone else, and also for other characters. It's just the crew. I'm still getting this weird replication issue where the camera sort of jitters. And it only happens when I'm testing like this. If I try to simulate the lag on my own system, no problem. It's only when we are testing the packaged build with an actual environment test. I don't know what it could be. Like it feels as if like the camera's being moved and then it's getting yoinked back. Yeah, I turned that off. Yeah. I just don't get what it is. Like, I've made other multiplayer games and not have this same issue. So I don't know what it is specifically about this one that just won't do it right. About to transform here. So when you mimic, if your health bar, stamina bar gets too low, oh hello, you transform. Well, I don't know what actually happens when you're inside the thing. Okay, it does it anyway when you're inside the vent. That's something to look into. That's going to break that probably. Oh no, it's fine. We're okay. Yeah, see, like with your mimic form, not an issue. It's only when you're crew, which is even more perplexing. Oh, just general lag there. It's a weird little blue thing. Oh, it's just the lighting on that. Both mimic. Wait. Oh, okay. It turns out making asymmetrical games like this are difficult. So many weird things can go wrong. Yeah. Okay. Iron, when you can you take us back to the lobby? I want to see if the menu not appearing fix has worked as well. Cool, my lobby is showing. Is yours still showing as well? Menu options. The fix for that, by the way, was just set a time on. I just made it delay and wait and say like, hey, just wait a moment for it to come through, and it will come through. Okay, back to the drawing board of the stuttering. Nightmare fuel. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for Iron for having me test that out. Yeah, it could be a camera collision, but I don't see how, what with. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, as if like physics collision is stopping it somehow. Yeah. I just noticed as well my login up here has gone as well. I'm not showing my login details, but that's fine. Right about that later. That's working fine. Okay. Ooh. Okay, never mind. I'll get back to that later on. I'm gonna go get some lunch now. Thank you for joining me for this little casual live stream. I hope to do more of these casual live streams. They're quite. It's nice to have something to chat to while working on stuff, really. So, Yeah. We'll be live probably again tomorrow for question time. Probably not during the day. As we'll probably be recording, but I'll see you guys tomorrow evening for question time. Take care. Good luck. Goodbye.